Okay, so I am not really a big fan of using tank strategies in Boom Beach. I feel like whenever I do use them, they're kind of a slow and uneventful troop, and while they do dominate at most levels, it's just not my favorite troop to use. But since we do have the protectors, I saw a couple of you guys recommend using tanks and protectors, and I did a couple attacks on this earlier today, and it was pretty fun and successful. So I'm gonna be trying to keep that going. But before we do hop into our first attack, I have to enter our creator code. If you guys are already not using, or if you guys aren't using code Cosmic, make sure you guys go to the shop, punch in code Cosmic, helps us out. We really appreciate it. But anyway, let's hop into the first attacks here. We are gonna see if Iceman 65 here will be able to be taken out. He got a handful of prototypes just chilling right there. Where's the HQ? Okay, it's kind of hidden in the trees there. But tanks are pretty good right now because when you're using tanks, you want to use a lot of shock bombs, and in the tribes I have an extra 50% shock bomb duration, so it's gonna be a shocking fest today, to say the least, and none other than taking out the shock launchers and the grapplers. As you guys can see, it looks like the grappler did get a hit on one of our troops before we were able to shock and save it. I was trying to wait till the very last moment, but there goes one of our gals. Rest in peace, tank, I'm sorry. But we're just gonna keep shocking it. As you guys can see, that shock bomb duration is crazy right now. My protectors are doing a great job just giving shields to my tanks. Now usually when I do a tank strategy, I like to bring 2 or 3 boats of medics. I decided not to bring any and just replace all the boats of medics with protectors. I was pleasantly surprised. Sometimes it seems like just having the shield instead of the healing potential is a little bit better, because medics, when they take a rocket launcher fire, they take too much time trying to heal up each other, and I know tank medic is kind of broken, but it's kind of nice just having protectors protecting tanks the whole time. Now we have lost 4 of our tanks, but I think that's pretty good. He had a triple prototype threat that I was a little bit scared of. 2 grapplers and a shock blaster. So I'd like to thank the shock bomb duration for making this attack a successful one, as we are just kind of attacking the finishing defenses. And why are we getting so many green base alerts recently? It kind of bamboozles me. Maybe I'll have to turn to the dark ways and add a couple green statues until I fully max out my base. But I like using resource reward way more, even though my upgrades are just slow. But that's because when I'm not recording a video, I don't always go and clear my map, and that's how you get the loot. But looks like our finishing tank should be hitting on that HQ sooner or later. Looks like we got a flamethrower and a rocket launcher to beat, but that's not going to be an issue. And there goes our first base. Now, when I started attacking this, when I looked at those prototypes, I was thinking this would be a full out ice base as well, but it looks like it was not nearly as difficult as I initially was thinking. But we're gonna go into this level 62 here. This one should be an easy stomp, especially since he has all the offensive statues. Really no defenses to worry about here. We're gonna spare a couple barrages just to help clear some of the mines, and then to try and take out the shock launchers, because them buildings just gonna slow down my attack and kill my vibe here. And as I said earlier, one of the reasons I'm not the biggest fan of tanks is just because of how slow they are. Well, when you get a shock launcher just firing on the tanks, it's like slower than molasses right there. But we're kind of just stomping through this base. He's upgrading that boom cannon. Kind of need that against tanks, but protector's doing a decent job. I'm surprised. It looks like we've already lost 1 tank, and I say already, but I'm kind of surprised. I lost it in general. I guess I was just letting one get a little bit low. Kind of losing track on some of our tanks on the end here. So we might lose one more, maybe, maybe not. Looks like a sniper tower is taking interest in it, but it survived the rest of the attack. So we kept him alive. Proud of that one. But we are 2 for 2 right now. Haven't had too much of a challenge when it does come to these bases. Not yet, at least, you know. As we work our way around the map, we're bound to find some difficult people, unless I just get lucky. But see this? Another green base alert. This guy doesn't have him boosted, but he still has 3 life masterpieces there. I'm a little bit confused. It makes me sad seeing it. But for this one, I kind of want to take out the shock blaster. So we're going to throw barrage artillery. Looks like that took care of it. So, you know, kind of some weak defenses right there. We're going to throw a box of critters. Hopefully taking out that boom mine. There we go. Taking it out just so 1 or 2 of our tanks don't get a little bit hit by that boom mine there. But doing a decent job so far. I'm kind of hoping our critter passive was gonna kind of walk over on the right hand side of those mines there. It looks like we got a couple there, but we're gonna throw an artillery, take out 2 more of the boom mines, and it looks like we're pretty solid so far. Got 97 energy to spare, so we're gonna throw a shock bomb or 2 onto this base. I see those tanks running over the boom mines there. It looks like it just took out the shield, but we have lost 1 tank, unfortunately. That should be our only casualty for this battle, except for all the critters we're sacrificing, but we don't really care about the critters. Probably lost hundreds at this point. There are 2 shocks, and you know, those buildings should be shocked for the remainder of the battle there as we do a flare onto the HQ, pop a critter spawn, throw a box of critters, just get everything we can, and there goes that base. So 3 bases, not too difficult so far. We'll see what the next one brings us, but I'm kind of liking this strategy. Medics might be better. Maybe adding a boat of medics, adding a protector. I don't know. I guess I would have to do. I haven't done tank medic in a while, so it's hard to kind of judge. But this guy got all of his boom cannons in a line there. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna throw down bottom left. We're gonna throw a shock bomb onto 2 of the boom cannons. We're gonna start throwing 2 barrages. We're gonna target those shock launchers right out of the gates here, and then as the boom cannons start to turn, we'll start throwing some more shock bombs. I didn't even need to shock that second one right there because of the duration was still on it, but I guess reinforcing it. Better safe than sorry right there, and it looks like 1 boom cannon on the end there is still just chilling, not shocked at all. We're gonna take it out the manual way with energy. Throw box critters, take out that boom mine before a tank decides to hit it, and it looks like all of our tanks are still alive, and we'll take out another easy base. I guess the bases on my map, on my archipelago today are they're looking out for me. They're being nice and kind. They're not boosted ice, and you know, the prototypes are kind of easily targetable here. So there we go, taking out that level 67. Let's hop into a couple more attacks. We're getting a good amount of loot. Probably get an upgrade by the end of today. I'm excited for that. It's been a while since I upgraded anything on my main base. I gotta get more disciplined and save up loot and all that. But here, you know, the tribes. I'm gonna use the tribes as an excuse. I was just so excited to see the good shock bomb duration tribe, so I decided to convert all my resources. A smart move by me. But going into this one, he got the damage amplifier and a big spread on the base, but I think we're gonna be able to just tread over this base like it was nothing. I see that boom mine there, almost taking out that tank, but not today. That tank is safe, and we're just throwing a couple boxes of critters. We'll start doing critter spawns too. Okay, there's Everspark. It's hard to see where our hero is standing with like protectors straight over him. She just blends in with the rest of the troops, doing a great job. Oh, this base has 2 damage amplifiers, so we're gonna have to save some energy. And actually, I might be able to stay out of the view of the the range of those 2 boom cannons behind the beach. But we're gonna throw 2 shocks onto the front 2 boom cannons as soon as we take them out. Or take one of them out. We're gonna do a redirect flare, throw an artillery. Looks like that artillery was unnecessary, but I kind of panicked a little bit there. And we do have the resources to you know, be safe. And there we go, another base. Not any challenge. So we're just kind of free hitting bases here. Before you try this out, if you're higher level, just remember, these aren't ice bases yet. If we do find an ice base here, we can test it out on it. Let's see. Looks like we got some ice statues here. Got a couple prototypes, and I think this one is gonna be a worthy opponent. I think I know front loaded bases are a little bit harsh on our tanks, but with our huge shock bomb durations, we can take out like the whole front of the base there, no problem, with 2 shock bombs. And then we got to be careful once we do kind of get past this front line, because those shock blasters, they're gonna hit a little bit harder than I always think. And we're actually gonna have to reinforce a shock bomb right there. We're gonna throw one right there as well. Took out both of the shock blasters, but have we lost any tanks yet? It looks like we haven't. Protectors doing a great job. There goes our first tank casualty. Could be followed up by a second one here shortly, but shock blaster is starting to hit us. So we're going to throw a shock, and you know, this ice base, not boosted ice, but it is... Yeah, you can tell this base is a little bit... this attack's not going as well as the non-ice base, so you can already tell that. And looks like we don't have enough energy for a shock bomb, so we're going to pop a critter spawn, and we should be able to hopefully set up for a successful attack here. But also the shock blasters are doing work, even though only one of them was firing because I had the other one shocked. But here we go. Should be able to take out one. Then I am gonna throw a flare onto the HQ. I forgot the name of the flare for a second. Yikes. We're gonna take out Ma here, and then I think we will wrap up today. I had a good time attacking with these tanks and protectors. We went undefeated, even though we only attacked 1 ice base. I'll take that. Actually, if I can't get an upgrade on my base, I am gonna go back for another attack. I didn't really see the loot payout. There we go. That's a decent amount. Let's go back to base. Can we get an upgrade? We can get a small mortar upgrade to level 21. That's kind of underwhelming, but I'll take it. You know, better than not upgrading anything. But if you guys did enjoy this Boom Beach video, I would appreciate if you guys did drop a like. Let me know down below if you guys tried this strategy out, because I enjoyed it. But we'll see you in tomorrow's Boom Beach video. Bye.